Hello everyone, welcome back again to my channel. My names are Salha Sway and welcome to our second episode. We are so excited to talk about this today. No one actually tells us about the quarter life crisis. Everyone keeps talking about the midlife crisis when people reach their 50s or 40s and become really confused on what they have to really do with their lives. But they never talk about their 20s. I mean, this is the time when you wake up and realize that life doesn't really have a manual and you're expected to figure everything out, and you just get lost in between that. Well, think about it. The first 20 years of your life, you'd always have a system. I mean, you had to go to school, pass your exam, on to the next grade, and on to the next stage of your life. But then you realize graduation comes, or you jump onto unemployment and you suddenly have to figure things out, but then your brain is not used to that. It's always expecting to know what you're supposed to do next. And then a lot of choices come in your way, career-wise, relationship-wise, your purpose. You start questioning everything about your life, and with the hope of making the right decisions in everything that you do. Nobody tells you that your 20s will feel like you're walking in a fog. You are constantly doubting everything that you do. You're constantly questioning yourself whether if you chose the right job, the right purpose to follow, the right spouse to have, the right person to be with. And the funny thing is that you are too exhausted, but then the moment you rest, it just doesn't feel right. It feels like you're doing the wrong thing. You crave independence, and suddenly you just wish someone would hold your hand and tell you that you just have to do this and this and this to actually make it work. And that's the meaning of the quarter life crisis. That's the part where you discover yourself by doing messy stuff. It has to be messy to make you and evolve you to the person that you're supposed to be. So it's definitely not a bad thing, though we are overwhelmed with everything that's happening, but it's definitely not a bad thing. Well, there are days that you're going to be so excited, you're going to be really happy that you landed a decent job, but there are days that you're going to question, like, is this what I want to be doing for the rest of my life? There are days that you will be very ambitious, planning out the mansion that you're going to live, and then days later you might even question yourself, will I even be able to afford the rent of the place that I'm living in at the moment by next year? And there are these days that you'd want to throw yourself back, like at love or things of that sort. And then there are days you were telling yourself like you are not ready for commitment or anything of that sort. And it's okay. You come to realize that your 20s are not one big breakdown, but rather little 100 breakdowns that you have to experience each and every day that will make you the kind of person that you will be. Here's what nobody tells you. You don't really have to figure all that out right now. Your quarter life crisis doesn't mean you're failing at anything. Rather, it means that you're growing. And growth can be messy. Growth can be uncomfortable. And growth isn't perfect. I mean, it's growth. But at the end of the day, these messy periods are the ones that shape the person that you become after. So it's alright, and you should actually live in this moment and experience it fully, so that one day you can sit down and tell your story to people and realize that it was just a phase and you had to actually pass through it to become the best version you could ever be. So darling, if you're in your 20s and you feel lost, you're not broken. You're exactly where you need to be, because this is the chapter that shapes who you're going to become, and you're going to look back to this and realize that this is where the story actually began. Thank you so much for watching, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, share it with your friends, and I cannot wait to see you in our next episode. I had a pleasure to talk to you all, and ciao. I hope you have a good day.